What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Three-Man Podcast. That's 3MP for short. We're on video.
Woo!
First ever video stream.
Hi, people.
Well, not first ever video stream. First ever podcast where you can see us. So, hi. You guys wave.
I waved before, but I'll wave again because I like waving. Hi.
Yeah. So, first ever on video. Thanks for watching if you are. We hope you are. If you don't hear this, then you aren't, so that's fine. Anyway, you can see all our social media up here. But for those just listening, at 3MP Wrestling on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Your Twitch is 3MP Wrestling. YouTube, 3MP Wrestling. SoundCloud, 3MP Wrestling. You name it, it's 3MP Wrestling on it. We're on almost everything. Not Apple Podcasts, again, working on it. Anyway, we're going to talk about Raw and Smackdown this week, as usual. The Raw after Elimination Chamber and the Smackdown, the penultimate Smackdown before Fastlane. Some good shows this week. Smackdown was actually pretty good. But we'll get into Smackdown. We'll go right into Raw here. So it opened with a package for Elimination Chamber from the night before. The one thing that I wanted to point out was that when they showed Braun throwing Roman through the pod after the match was over, they piped in boos for Braun. So they're really trying to push that whole Roman
Is it face
gets
thing?
cheered when he doesn't.
I felt like he felt a little piped even at Elimination Chamber a little bit. Just a
I mean,
tad.
I'm sure that was happening. But another few notable things to start the show. They hype up the fact that Lesnar was going to be face-to-face with Reigns, which we will definitely be getting into shortly. And that Ronda Rousey will make her first ever Raw appearance. So, just a preview of what we're going to talk about.
Yeah.
But Alexa Bliss opens the show. She retained her title at Elimination Chamber. Why are you looking at the camera? You good?
Yeah, we're good, dude.
Okay. So, she comes out with Mickie James at her side, interesting enough. So, I guess she is a heel now, but Alexa got a huge pop, so maybe she isn't a heel. But commentary kind of just slides in there, interesting enough, that Alexa Bliss is defending her title at WrestleMania against Alexa Bliss. So, everyone else here looks dumb for not taking my bet that it will be Alexa
Dude,
Bliss.
I offered money. I said, yo,
Yeah, and
do
I
you
said
want
I'll
the
bet
money
$20 right now, and no one took it.
Oh, my God.
I don't like betting money.
But
But
I don't
do
think that's
on
happening. I
wrestling.
still don't think that's happening, and we'll get into that. So that was news to me. But you know, Alexa Bliss gets in the ring. She runs down everyone she beat. She says she has to give credit to Mickie James because they're buddies, and she's not selfish, so she gave her credit. She says that Absolution have a bright future, but not while she's the champ. And good quote on Bayley was, Bayley is a sad situation. So, but Bayley has been a lot better lately. So
Yeah, she has been.
and she says she saves Sasha for last. She says that she capitalized on her worst characteristic, and that is her ego. So calling out Sasha on that one. But she also mentions Asuka, who again it looks like is going to be choosing Alexa Bliss, but we'll see. Until I see that match card that we're seeing for all the confirmed matches so far, I don't believe it. Because I don't know who Charlotte's going to face on SmackDown. We'll see.
Becky Lynch, like I said.
No. So she says she hopes Asuka is 100% from her attack that Nia gave her. And what do you know? Asuka comes charging down to the ring. Is there anyone in here?
Yeah.
Looks like it. Cool.
Thanks, people.
But Alexa's all like, are you kidding me? Like, why are you here? You know you're not 100%. And she says that Nia deserves to be in the match, which you could argue she does. She did have a decent showing on Sunday against Asuka, but she's not in the match yet. And Alexa, interesting enough, I want to know what you guys think about this. She mocked Asuka's English. Now, in the past, Jinder has mocked Shinsuke's English and it's been called out as slightly racist.
Why?
I mean, he's also made fun of the faces he makes and how that's always the same. So do you think that Alexa Bliss mocking English, Asuka's bad English, which everyone pointed out the week before during her promo, do you think that is slightly racist?
No, it's just observation.
An observation could be racist.
No.
No? Are you sure?
No.
I mean, I don't think it's racist.
I don't think it's racist either.
Alex?
I don't think it's racist. I just find it it makes everything kind of awkward.
Awkward?
Like just you can tell the crowd when she said that, people don't know how they react, so it makes everything kind of just like weird. Like when Jinder did it, at first people like laughed, but it was like the awkward
Right.
kind of laugh, and then everyone was like, I don't know, I feel kind of uncomfortable. And that's why I felt like happened.
Yeah.
Again, is that
And they
everyone
kinda-
felt uncomfortable.
And they kind of doubled down on it for Jinder. He did the week after too,
Yeah.
even though people were kind of upset about it. But that,
That was in the past.
I don't even know. We won't talk about Shinsuke and Jinder because
That was weird.
yeah. But so Nia comes out, and she takes both. Asuka takes out Alexa Bliss and Mickie James, but Nia attacks and kind of takes
Nia,
Asuka out.
hungry.
So, but then again, interesting enough, Bayley and Sasha come out, and even the odds, to which I saw everyone saying, "But aren't Sasha and Bayley not friends anymore?" Because
What happened in the chamber?
yeah, you'd
I
think
don't know.
Bayley wouldn't be cool with that after all the times that she's backstabbed her. But we'll get into that in a second. But after that beatdown, not Nia, Alexa, and Mickie James stand tall. But this turns into another 6-woman tag match after the commercial, which we've gotten used to those at this point now. It seems like there's one every week on both shows. There was on Smackdown this week. But anyway, so that was that tag match was Asuka, Bayley and Sasha versus Nia, Alexa, and Mickie James. Pretty basic tag match, as we have come to know with these matches. But like we said about Bayley refuses a tag from Sasha. So it looks like they're finally, again, they've been doing well with Bayley. They're continuing that. Bayley refuses the tag. Good poking for her. She's done with Sasha in that category. No more backstabbing. What do you guys think about that?
I like it a lot. They need to find who's the definitive heel in the situation.
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer it to be Sasha. I think she can carry the heel role a lot better than Bayley.
Mm-hmm.
But I did like that they finally are separating both of them, as well as having Bayley being able to be, I guess, on her own. Like, she doesn't need the friend help anymore. She can do things on her own. She can be tough and stuff like that. She can make her own decisions. She doesn't pick friends. It's like, okay, this
Right.
is me now.
What about you, Chris?
What Alex said. Sasha's the better heel, and Bayley should be on her own. She doesn't need help.
Are you sure? I think she is better off on her own, but I feel like she usually does need help because she's like the nice one and gets taken advantage of, as we've seen.
No, man, she's gonna get hard.
She's gonna stop hugging people.
Yeah.
She's gonna get hard. She's gonna be
No more
a
hugs.
force to be reckoned with.
I think she'll hug the fans, but I think the whole happy
No.
backstage, I'm
gonna
gonna
go
be your
sour.
friend. I think that's gonna be kind of done with. She'll come out, be nice with the fans, blah blah blah. But once she's in the ring, it's gonna be a different Bayley than what we've
Force
seen
to
before.
be reckoned with.
But anyway, despite Bayley doing that, their team did win the match. Asuka won the match for
Of course.
on Mickie James.
We didn't see that
She made
happening.
Yeah.
Exactly. But after that, business picks up. John Cena comes out. Chris's favorite, as we've come to know here. Almost changed his pick to Cena before the chamber match.
Yeah.
John Cena's the
Would
man,
have
dude.
cost him the predictions if he did.
Yeah.
He smartened up, though.
I wanted him to pick Cena so bad. I was like, I'll let him change it, please.
Yeah, right?
Please.
But he says, with failure comes two options, staying down or getting back up.
So
And,
funny.
Cena, he's always vowed never giving up, and he needs
Yeah.
that road to WrestleMania because he has none. So he says, you know what? I have to issue a WrestleMania challenge. I've realized this. Now I'm going to issue a WrestleMania challenge to The Undertaker. And the crowd goes crazy. I'm like, oh my God, they're actually going to do it. But he says no. Backstage, powers that be have said that is impossible. The Undertaker will not be wrestling at WrestleMania.
For now.
For now. For now. But he does say that he has a path, and it's coming through SmackDown. And as a free agent, he will be on SmackDown the following night and figure out his path to WrestleMania through there. So, Chris, you're all about the Undertaker. What do you think? Do you think he's going to show up? Do you think he's going to challenge John Cena?
No.
No?
No.
Why?
I don't know. Did they kind of finish his character?
Who?
The Undertaker.
Doesn't matter. If he wants to come back at WrestleMania, he's going to be there.
Why, he wants to come back? I thought he didn't want to do it anymore.
Pretty sure he does.
Why?
Because the Undertaker doesn't know when to stop.
Yeah, he doesn't know. A lot of people said that, I can't remember who it was, but I think he made an appearance at one of like the big basketball games this year. And they said that he still looked at his age to be in tip shop, like wrestler shape. Like he's
They
still
said that
very
every
good.
year before WrestleMania. Though.
Yeah, I know.
He looks great. He looks great. And then,
Maybe he
He
just
comes
likes
out and he like
fitness.
limbers to the ring.
Maybe he
Yeah.
just likes doing squats and lifting.
I mean, you would hope so. He's been...
Been doing wrestling for so
Yeah,
long.
it's
Part of his
Got it.
life. It's a daily routine. He just can't stop.
Well, like I said, if he wants to be there, he'll be there. Vince owes him that. I feel like Vince thinks
Do I
he
want
owes
him there?
that.
Of course I want the
course.
Undertaker there. I
We
want
all
to
do.
see him win.
I want him there, too.
I think he's going to be there? I don't think so.
I don't know WrestleMania without The Undertaker.
I mean, are the ratings going to be bad? Do they need him to come save it?
I mean, SmackDown ratings are pretty bad.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe they'll need some Undertaker to raise it.
But they
I
got
wouldn't
John
mind
Cena.
it, but I think just the send off that he had was so
Oh, yeah.
perfect
No,
that
I
it's
agree
going to
with
be
that.
weird for him to come back and then do that maybe again. You know, like kind of like, okay, if
Yeah.
he wins, let's say he goes over, and then he does like the proper I-1 send off kind of
So,
thing.
this match, which is probably going to happen. Because if they openly acknowledge something isn't going to happen like that, it probably means they're going to...
There's a good chance that it's going to happen.
But we'll get into that more during SmackDown talk.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be career versus career, too, I would imagine. Whoever loses has to retire. I
Well-
feel like they have to make it a little bit more... I mean, Cena versus Undertaker is interesting just because it's Cena versus Undertaker. But career versus career, got to have the stipulation, I would think.
Because just for people who maybe have not watched wrestling for a little while, he never declared, Undertaker
Mm-hmm.
didn't declare his retirement. He implied it.
Yes.
So there wasn't
never
a...
straight up said
he never
he
straight up
was-
he was done.
And he kind of just confused us all again when he showed up at Raw 25.
Yeah, and said that everyone could, everyone in the, what do you say? Everyone in his graveyard can rest in peace.
Yeah, for now. or
For now,
something.
yeah, something weird. It was very hard to.
I feel like he
understand
forgot
what
to
he
say
was
something, but I don't know.
saying. He might
He's
have.
old.
He's getting
It's
up
kinda
there in
hard to
age.
remember those.
Plus, he's been
promos.
concussed a lot of times, including a concussion from Brock Lesnar. So I
Yeah.
think that's like
That's
a
like a
higher
super
grade
concussion.
concussion. Yeah.
But anyway, we'll get more into that on SmackDown talk. Next segment was Bray Wyatt versus Heath Slater, but this match never started. He destroys Slater and Rhino, who was with him at ringside. He gets the mic. He cuts another promo. He's all like, he says that he has to face him again, Matt Hardy. That is, obviously. Chris, do you not want to see that?
No.
Why?
It's Matt Hardy.
But they each have one win. They need
Is
to-
Jeff Hardy going to be there?
He
Is,
could be.
is Matt Hardy going to be old Matt Hardy?
Yes, he's
Yes,
still woken.
he's gonna be woken,
I want woken.
like you and Tommy so much loved at the Elimination Chamber.
It's cringy, dude. Cringe. The cringe factor.
I don't know. It should be fun. But he says to Matt Hardy that your woken eyes will stay shut the next time we meet. Thought that was a cool line.
I was disappointed that he didn't set him on fire like he said he was going to at Elimination Chamber. So he says a lot of empty threats.
Yeah, he doesn't set anyone on fire. Maybe at WrestleMania. We'll see. But yeah, we're heading towards that at WrestleMania. So next segment after that, The Miz comes out. He does his thing. He runs down Anaheim a little bit. The show is in Anaheim, California.
Ducks.
This week. Exactly, the home of the Ducks. He says that he is 62 days away from becoming the longest reigning Intercontinental Champ of all time. WrestleMania is 40 days away from when he said that, so we'll see. Maybe he will retain and carry it, but we don't know. But he actually cuts a really good promo.
Oh yeah, I loved the promo.
The Miz again, probably the most passion in promos
Yeah.
anyone puts in.
I tweeted
right
that
now.
I used to hate, like everyone, like you guys know, I used to hate The Miz
Mhm.
growing up, but this promo, and just thinking about the last few years of him, he is so great that it's so hard to
Yeah.
actually dislike him.
But he says that he's sick of being disrespected
Mhm.
by everyone.
Wah.
He says he's holding the most prestigious title in WWE.
Hey, wait, he's gonna take Shawn Michaels' record?
He might have already passed Shawn
I
Michaels.
think he passed him.
That's not right. It's HBK.
There's a few people they named I can't think off the top that they said. But then obviously if he wins it again, like let's say he drops it at Mania and wins it again, he will tie Chris Jericho for most Intercontinental title reigns with 9.
Yeah, so like he says, he's been there defending that title while Brock Lesnar hasn't been. So that's like the title for Raw, which I have to agree with right now.
A lot of heat on Brock Lesnar in this episode.
Yes, which we will get into shortly.
Contract.
But he says we're however many days away from WrestleMania. I still don't have an opponent. I have no idea who my opponent's going to be. But I will be there defending my title. So he says he goes up back. He talked to Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle says, well, your opponent tonight might determine your opponent. And The Miz didn't like that. He wants definites. Like he said, he's been carrying the show. He has the title. Raw's main title in his eyes, and I think a lot of people agree with that. But Seth Rollins comes out.
Surprisingly.
He is the Miz's opponent. So they had a good match.
I thought it was going to be Braun. I
thought so
for the
too.
Braun noise.
But it's going to be, it was Seth. So Seth and Miz have a good match. Seth, another great match from Seth again. Our February Wrestler of the Month. Spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
Go watch our awards video. He to end the match, Seth hit his Revolution knee, and which set the Miz up for a frog splash, right?
Yeah, man.
That was.
So you think
pretty.
So the Miz is like, this is one ring post. This is where the Miz is. So you think Seth would just go on this one? No, he goes on the opposite one.
Yeah.
So his frog splash covers like 3/4 of the ring. He hits it somehow, and that ended the match. I like that.
Yeah,
that ended the match instead of a curb stomp.
That was a good.
So
coast
you
to
establish another move that could potentially end the match, but that wasn't it. Finn Balor comes out.
Right after.
Finn Balor comes out while Seth is still in the ring, and Seth does not like that. He kind of goes, and leaves. But Finn Balor comes out. Kurt Angle pops up on the screen. He's like, "You're also facing Finn Balor tonight, who might be your opponent at WrestleMania." So they have a match. The Miz Taraj attacks before the match could start. Get the upper hand, so the match doesn't happen. The club comes out. I like that the club finally has their boys back.
Yeah.
Which they haven't. Kind of hard to say they're a club when they kind of show up whenever they want. But the Miz, Kurt Angle says the Miz has to go through with this match, or otherwise he can't be at WrestleMania. So the Miz kind of gets the Iron Man treatment this week.
Yeah.
2 straight matches. I think it was close to 40 minutes he was in the ring.
And both the club and the Mr. Oz
they were banned from ringside. So, but Finn wins this match with the coup de grace. He was wearing his, was he wearing blue?
Yeah, he was wearing blue again, I believe.
Well, he was on the Mixed Match Challenge. I don't think he wore it on Raw. He might have just been black.
I thought you might be right.
I think he was
I'm just
black.
so used to that blue. Like I don't know. Once you see it, once we saw it, it's just everything that he wears now. You see that tint of blue on it because didn't like that.
Seth has a promo during the match. He says he wants to face the Miz at WrestleMania. He wants the Intercontinental title. He's never held it, so we'll see. Maybe that will be the match. Maybe Finn Balor will be the match.
Triple threat.
Could be triple threat.
Don't know.
Chris, what do you want?
Triple threat.
Triple threat. With
I like when 3 guys are in the ring.
You might have to get used to that because all the pay-per-views are going to be co-branded.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Anyway, right after that, the big moment of the night. Well, one of the big moments. The face-off between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar.
Woo!
Only problem, Brock Lesnar wasn't there.
Boo.
Roman Reigns comes out. He says he's a man of his word. He won the Elimination Chamber, and he's going to go to WrestleMania and beat Brock Lesnar. So you got to get used to him being an honest person. He doesn't lie to people.
Yeah.
But then he drops the bomb that Brock Lesnar didn't show up tonight. He did not show up to the arena, so he will not be there to face off with Roman Reigns. And then Roman Reigns cuts probably what is his best promo to date.
Yes.
He says that Brock doesn't respect anyone in that locker room. No one respects him.
And he's very animated during all this.
Yes.
Like he is very loud, like louder than we've normally seen a Roman promo.
He says he's going across the country every week with this locker room. The locker room is his, which we've learned. He took over Undertaker's role as like the peacekeeper. He's kind of the warden. He's the warden of the locker room. Anyone who does something they shouldn't goes through him, more or less. But he says that he does not fear that bitch to Brock Lesnar.
Huge pop.
Feisty.
And he says he's done talking and he's going to go get his ass chewing in the back, but he doesn't care. He wanted to say what he said what he had to say. So great promo for Roman Reigns. Like I tweeted, give me that Roman Reigns every night and I will be okay with him main eventing every show for the rest of time.
Yeah, if we get...
Because I love that Roman.
Yeah, that was a really, really good promo, and that kind of changed my perception of what we can potentially get out of this future matchup. Yeah, I mean, like I've grown tired of Roman, but on Monday that promo kind of got me actually excited for something with Roman for a long time. So if they can keep that firepower going for the next few weeks or months, I'll be very, very entertained.
Now, this begs the question: was Brock actually a no-show, or was it a work and he was told not to show up so they could do that? What do you think, Chris?
It was planned that way.
Because we should also note that he was seen. Dana White posted a picture on Instagram on Sunday, I think, or this past weekend, of Brock in a UFC shirt. He's hanging out with Dana White. And it's heavily rumored that Brock will be going back to UFC after WrestleMania.
And, Dana White quoted saying there's a very, 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 very good chance that Brock returns to the Octagon.
So there's a few scenarios that could have happened here. Brock didn't show up. Vince, stroke of genius, said, Roman, we're going to do this. We're going to go with it. Brock, we'll deal with Brock, whatever, but you're going to go out and do this. Or Vince told Brock, don't come out tonight, we're going to do this. So it could be a few things. What do you think? Anyone? What happened here? Because we should know Paul Heyman also wasn't there. And Paul Heyman doesn't no-show like that. In fact, he usually makes himself available to people in the back if they want advice or anything. So he also wasn't at Raw.
And sometimes he will actually come out and speak on behalf of Brock. He's done that in the past. When Brock's no-showed, he would come out and confront whoever's cutting said promo.
So my thought process here is that Vince told Brock not to. And it worked out perfectly. I think it adds a lot to the storyline. But knowing Brock, it is very possible he just decided he didn't want to show up that night and is using it as some sort of negotiating tactic. Chris?
Brock's going to go where the money is. He's probably going to go back to UFC.
Well, technically, he makes more money in WWE.
Oh, your sponsorships.
He has sponsorships.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen his shorts?
Dude,
Jimmy John's.
They're actually very nice.
He's the only person that gets to do that.
But I think Brock's going to go back to UFC. And this was all like staged. Like he wasn't supposed to come out.
Mm-hmm. That's probably it's probably the logical route. But Dave Meltzer also reported that WWE has backup plans in place in the instance that Brock Lesnar decides not to show up at WrestleMania, or Roman Reigns can't show up at WrestleMania because of the steroid thing that's going on with him, and his name being tied to a steroid ring. And the backup plan is probably Braun Strowman, obviously, replacing either of them. So I don't know. We'll see. Interesting. Not a lot of time left.
Yeah, no.
Kind of cutting it close with this.
I think it was a work, because I think this promo was a way for fans to kind of back Roman in a way, because the fans were cheering for what he was saying about Brock, which is what a lot of wrestling fans feel.
Turned it into an us against him type thing, which a lot of fans are getting tired of, Brock not being there.
Yeah.
So that's a good way to do it. I'm not upset. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Next segment was The Bar versus Tires Worldwide again.
This was what I say almost every week for one of these matches, was the bathroom break, taco break, merch break, pictures, selfie break, Beach Ball Mania break, whatever you wanted.
Yes,
type of.
And Kurt Angle said that this will be the last time, and it will be a 2 out of 3 falls match, because Tires Worldwide has gotten the upper hand a few times, and so is The Bar. So they will decide it finally here. And Cesaro and Sheamus won 2-0. I don't really want to talk about that.
Yeah, they did a Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan 2.0
Yes.
because Cesaro did a distraction bro kick like 18 seconds, one fall. You got to be kidding me! I was so mad, so mad. And they booked Titus worldwide strong the last few weeks, and I thought they had a chance. And I'm so sick of the bar, and I kind of wanted to see new tag champs, even if it was Titus.
Titus almost dropped Sheamus on his head at one point too.
Yeah,
So.
that was scary.
That was that. Our last match, not our last segment, but last match of the night was Elias versus Braun.
Ridiculous.
I like this match. Though.
Yes.
It was pretty fun.
Before the match,
Just kept running away.
no, we'll get to that. Before the match, Elias says in his song that he's going to make Braun uglier than the people of Anaheim. And, I mean, Braun is he's not the best looking dude on the planet. So I'm not sure how much, to each his own, I guess. He's got the charisma.
Yeah.
Some people
He's got the hands.
Yes, he does. He does have those hands.
That's all you need.
But like Chris said, most of the match was Elias running away.
And grabbing a fire extinguisher.
Yes, and when Braun
did
did get his hand on him, it was pure domination as per usual.
Yes.
But at one point, Elias does go under the ring, and he pulls out the fire extinguisher, which is always fun.
It's illegal.
And that results in him being disqualified. So Braun wins the match.
Mm-hmm.
They do an announce table spot, or Braun tries to put him through the announce table. Elias eye rakes his way out of that.
Yeah.
And starts running backstage as fast as he possibly can. And Braun catches up to him rather quickly, but he does get away.
He runs out of the arena.
To which Braun, as always, is great when he yells, "I'm not finished with you," and it echoes through the whole building. That was great. As always, Braun, always entertaining, always a good time.
And that's why he got my vote.
There you go.
And then there was the limo that pulled up, and there was an awkward cut because the commentators,
they didn't really reference that in the next segment, which is weird. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, because it pulls up, and I guess the producers were trying to cut the break or something, and the commentators were trying to say something about said limo, but then there was like dead silence, and then a commercial came right after that. So there's a shot of this limo. That was it.
Mm-hmm. But next segment was going to be Ronda's first ever appearance on Raw. But we get what? You shaking your head?
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. Every time Ronda comes on the screen, I kind of just like, and there's nothing interesting about her right now.
Wow.
It's Ronda Rousey. I feel like they should
I was excited.
do this better.
I know I made an alleged mistake on Twitter because I didn't look that the Ronda Rousey was making her first Raw appearance before me, and I'm sorry, guys. But I don't really look at stuff like that. So I was actually excited to see her come out the way she did because Triple H and Steph come out. They cut a promo. Steven, you can elaborate on what they were saying. Very authority-like.
That the greatest moment for them as executives was ruined by Kurt Angle, who they changed their story. He has double pneumonia.
Yes.
Not the flu.
Yes. Which makes no sense. Again.
Yes. So Stephanie says that Kurt Angle has to come out and explain himself. But Ronda Rousey comes out instead.
Oh, yeah.
And she beelines for the ring. Which
looked fantastic.
Yes, way better. But Kurt Angle stops her.
Mm-hmm.
And he's all like, "Look, man, I lied. It's my fault." And he says, "I need this job."
Yeah,
which was hilarious.
Which the crowd started immediately laughing.
Yes,
when he said that, it was pretty funny.
But Ronda says that she's no one's property. She never has been. So, but they somewhat make amends. They say it is what it is. It happened. It's not how he wanted it last night to go, but it happened. But Ronda says, "Wait, one thing, you slapped me. What are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna apologize for that? Because if you don't, I'm gonna rip your arm out." Which was great. She said it way cooler than I just said.
Yeah, she's like, "I'm gonna rip your arm out," and the crowd immediately starts chanting like "Rip it out!"
Rip it out.
Because she can actually do that.
But she can definitely rip Steph's arm out of her socket.
Steph quickly and rapidly apologizes.
Which looked really
several
funny
times.
because she went to look like she was going to hit her again and charges up, and then she goes, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry," which is really funny.
But probably the best moment of all time happens after this. It looks like everything's done. Everyone's leaving the ring, but Triple H turns around and sucker punches Kurt Angle for absolutely no reason.
Yep.
And that is one of my favorite moments ever. I died laughing.
Yeah.
I like Triple H just randomly punching people just because he has to get the upper
And then
hand.
if you look at the pictures after the fact with the Kurt Angle's face, and he's so peaceful and calm, just looking in the distance, and Triple H comes with a right hand and just decks him out. It's pretty funny.
Oh, man. So, that was Raw. Good show.
Yeah.
Again.
It's tight.
But let's get to SmackDown. Because I
Yeah.
think we have a more interesting battle here. We might have a closer decision to make at the end of this show.
Mhm.
So
For once.
Cena opens SmackDown. Chris is already whistling. It's his boy.
I like how people just universally whistle that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we won't even be talking about wrestling, and you just hear it in the background.
Yeah, so Cena shows up. Like he said, he would be on SmackDown. He opens the show. He says he needs a road to WrestleMania. Oh,
Again.
snap.
Uh-oh.
Snapper.
Oh.
Snap.
Holy garbanzo beans.
Who's going to do it? Go, Chris. Laptop's dying. Laptop's dying. Anyway, we'll keep going. We'll get Chris
Can
to
you
the
grab
pin.
me a beverage?
Sure, man. What do you want?
Surprise me.
Okay.
But like water or seltzer or something.
So Cena says he doesn't want any handouts.
Nope.
He wants in the main event of Fastlane. But he wants to earn his spot. He doesn't want to just be entered into the match. That's not his thing. He likes to fight, and he likes to earn his opportunities. So Shane comes out.
Huge pop for once. It was a weird.
I guess.
It was a bigger pop than we normally get from
But,
them.
Shane comes out. He does this whole land of opportunity spiel. Got a lot of Rusev Day chants during this.
Yeah.
But he does give. He does put Cena. Well, he says, I can't just put you in the title match. That's not okay. All these guys earn their spot, so can't do that. But
Nope.
Daniel Bryan comes out, John Cena's future brother-in-law.
Which is a weird thought.
So Daniel Bryan's like, yeah, you know what, Shane? Me and you are actually on the same page for once here. John, you do have a shot to be in the main event of Fastlane, but you have to earn your opportunity. So Cena says, all right, who's my opponent? So Daniel Bryan says, well, you have a lot of history with this person, and you have to face AJ Styles tonight in the main event to get your shot at Fastlane. So, good start for SmackDown.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Cena and AJ as a main event.
Nope.
I was pumped.
We've seen great matches with them
Yes.
in the past, so it was a very good way to start a SmackDown for sure.
Yep. And so first match of the night was Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin.
Yay.
Yay.
That was great.
You like that?
No.
Why?
So tired of that guy.
Who?
The Zayn.
Why?
Because I'm just tired of them. I'm tired of seeing them. I feel like every week they just whine and complain and then blah, blah, blah.
But anyway, Kevin Owens is on commentary
agree.
for this, which is always fun. I love Kevin Owens on commentary.
Yeah, he's really good. I can see him post
Mm-hmm.
wrestling career being on commentary.
He's
really
kind
good.
of funny.
Yeah.
He for the most of the match he was just chirping Baron Corbin the whole time, which was
Yeah.
fun. But they kept cutting to Shane and Daniel Bryan backstage, so I thought we were gonna get a night without that, but we didn't. And in fact, it was during matches this time.
Which is great.
So Shane says, "Why is Kevin Owens commentating? Why, like, what's gonna end up happening? He's gonna get involved in the match at some point." And Daniel Bryan's like, "Why? Kevin Owens is great at commentary. You hear what he's saying? I think he might have a future in this," and I agree.
Yeah, I think we all agree.
Like
But
Booker T.
Again, more Rusev Day chants during this.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the match goes on, or whatever. But it goes back to Shane and Daniel Bryan this time. And Shane has popcorn.
Yeah. Like, why?
So they're talking again. They're like, is this going to... Shane's like, all right, we're going to have to wait and see what happens at the end of this match. Because I know where it's going to go. Kevin Owens is going to get involved. But it comes back and Kevin Owens says on commentary that he says, quote, Shane McMahon is a repulsive person. I thought that was hilarious.
That was really good.
But Ziggler pops out from the crowd
Yeah.
and super kicks Kevin Owens. Very, very stiffly. Like, legit kicked him in the back of the head to the point where someone cursed on the commentary team because the audio cut for a bit. I don't know if it was Kevin Owens or Corey Graves or whatever.
It picked up the auto like bleep or something. Blocked
But,
the footage or the audio.
But that led Corbin to take advantage of Sami Zayn being like, wow, what just happened? And hits him with the end of days, and he wins the match.
Yeah.
But Ziggler also hits a zigzag on Corbin after that. So
That was a brutal zigzag, though, because he picked him by Baron Corbin's little hair strands that he has left on his head and just slammed him head first into the ground.
Yeah,
so and Baron
Going
Corbin's
for
really well.
the skullet.
Yeah, yes.
I hope he cuts his hair before that.
That'd be funny if that was a move.
The what?
I don't know, the 5-star skullet.
But they go to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens backstage shortly after this, and Sami says that it never ends with this guy when talking about Shane McMahon.
Yep.
So it kind of goes back to what Chris was saying about what's going on Smackdown. It seems to be the same thing over and over again.
Yep.
But again,
Shane.
to go back to the same thing over and over again, we get Ruby Riott versus Naomi.
Yep.
With the Riott Squad at Ruby Riott's side and Charlotte and Becky at Naomi's side. But Ruby Riott wins this one with the Riott Kick. You don't like that name?
So ridiculous.
But yeah, Ruby Riott does the 2 down, 1 to go thing like Charlotte was doing. And we know they're the women's title match at Fastlane. So building to that again. So I don't know. Again, SmackDown's still repetitive.
Very repetitive.
Yep. I was like, I thought I watched this last week.
But next was my favorite part of SmackDown. Probably was the Fashion Police backstage with Josh Duhamel.
Yeah, that was
Duhamel,
funny.
That was really good.
Because they had the Biggie Smalls Tupac thing premiering after SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
And he is one of the stars of that show.
I gotta say, that show looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm interested in going to see that, being a big hip-hop fan. I just kind of like seeing TV shows about it and people who do different angles on that whole storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Be interesting to see.
But funny enough, because Fandango and Tyler Breeze, they are detectives, and Josh Duhamel points out, he says he loves their work, but Fandango's like, wait, so you're a detective on a show called Unsolved? And they just start laughing because it's pretty ironic. That
Yeah.
But Fandango's all like, oh, the show's about Biggie, and he points, and Big E was standing right there, and Josh Duhamel's like, no, Biggie Smalls. And Fandango's like, yeah, Big E's right there. I solved it for you. Whatever. And he's like, yeah, he also once won a notorious rap battle on SmackDown. You remember that, right? When we were here watching it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was fun.
Uso. Penultimate.
So eventually Fandango's like, so wait, or for Josh Duhamel's like, I'm not actually a detective, right? I just play one. And Fandango's all like, wait, what? Not an actual detective.
Kind of reminded me of
He's like, I looked up to you.
Zoolander.
Yeah, and he says he's heartbroken. I thought that was great. But the Fashion Police,
It's like, what's his name? Hansel in Zoolander.
I tweeted, the Fashion Police deserves a better spot.
They do.
They're great. When they had the Fashion Files,
Have them
appointment
face
television.
the Bludgeon Brothers.
They have. They were the guys that ended up being the person that was tormenting them in the Fashion Files. So next we got a Usos and New Day promo.
Great promo.
Which I will admit I missed the first half of the Usos part, but I can imagine what they said. Stuff about
A lot of yelling.
The Usos penitentiary. How they've beaten the New Day several times. They've gone back and forth or whatever. But I did see what the New Day had to say, and more specifically Big E, who had a great promo.
Mm-hmm.
Pancakes.
No, they didn't talk about pancakes.
He threw pancakes.
And maybe on their way in.
Yeah.
Not during the thing. It was very serious for them. It was a change of pace for them. And Big E says that last year they hosted WrestleMania while the Usos were backstage eating catering.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good burn. And Big E's also like, we worked our asses off to get here. We didn't get here because of our daddy. I thought that was good too. But as usual, the Bludgeon Brothers show up.
Yeah.
They do their whole entrance thing, whatever, how it goes. I feel like there's like 4 or 5 entrance songs on SmackDown that sound exactly the same. Baron Corbin, Blood and Brothers, and a few other people. I don't know the difference. I just know that some of them have hammers and some of them are wolves. But the Usos and New Day clear the ring. They get out of there. They're not trying to deal with that. So I'm not exactly sure where this is headed. Obviously, the Usos and New Day have a title match at Fastlane, but not sure what's going to happen afterwards. But we're going to talk about WrestleMania in a couple minutes. But
Bludgeon Brothers are gonna do something at Fastlane. Who cares?
They're gonna bludgeon things.
Yeah, they're gonna kill
Ideally,
everyone. And be
ideally,
like,
they're
we are the champions now. We killed everyone in the ring with these hammers. Give us our belts.
I wonder if the hammers are actually heavy or they're foam.
I was thinking that too.
Because they
but
haven't used them.
when they put it down, it seemed top heavy at least. Have you noticed when they put it down, it kind of
Yeah. But like Charlotte and Becky Lynch took a picture backstage with them, so I assume they're not too heavy.
Wow.
I feel like they
Who?
definitely
Charlotte
are.
and Becky Lynch?
They like hit the gym, man.
Yo,
They can
Charlotte-
lift.
Yeah,
She's
but
a
like
beast,
if they're
bro.
they're the Bludgeon Brothers, they're these big dudes. They should be like 300 pounds, like some sort of like
Like
Dark
some
Souls
Thor-
thing.
It's
like
not Thor's hammer,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
No,
say.
Thor's hammer isn't heavy. Just only some people could pick it up.
like Captain America.
Yeah, but he doesn't want him to know that because they're friends. Yeah, they need to be like some sort of Dark Souls thing where they or only they could swing it. So like Thor, kind of, but except they're Bludgeon
That's so
Brothers,
Thor.
and they have cool hammers. But anyway, we go to Rusev and Aiden English backstage, and they say how the last 2 Tuesdays haven't been Rusev Day. They haven't been on SmackDown, but this week should be Rusev Day. And Aiden English says that Shane McMahon is a little jealous because there's no Shane McMahon Day, and he sings it as he does. And Shane McMahon's like, yeah, you know what? This Tuesday is going to be Rusev Day. And Rusev gets all excited about it. He says, no, it's going to be Aiden English Day, and you're going to face Shinsuke Nakamura tonight. Whoa. What was that?
It's my Sensei Nakamura saying.
Do that again?
Sensei Nakamura.
I like his more than yours.
I don't even know what that was. I think mine's Shinsuke Nakamura.
I don't know.
Whatever.
man.
Whatever.
Well, you know
It's
what we'll
fine.
do? We'll have
You could do
both
that
of us
one.
say it when he says it.
That's fine.
We'll
We
let
won't
the,
have to worry
we'll
about
let
Shinsuke for a
the
little bit.
viewers decide.
We'll test it out at WrestleMania. We'll have a competition, see who's the best one. Because I'm not sure he's going to have many matches between now and then. But again, backstage, we go to Bobby Roode being interviewed after commercial. Wow. You really don't like Bobby Roode, huh?
Yes, he's so lame.
He's smiling a lot less recently.
Cool. He's
I
sponsored
want
by
heel Bobby Roode.
He's sponsored by Crest. Okay,
May
that's
as well
why he's
be.
smiling.
But they bring up Randy Orton.
Andy Norton.
Um,
Andy Norton.
Bobby Roode isn't really sure what his issue is with, or Randy Orton's issue is with him.
He's
He
annoying.
respects him, blah, blah, blah. All this nonsense. More Rusev Day chants. But I think this was more because Rusev was in the ring.
Yeah, he was.
So Orton pops up, as he tends to do. No RKO. There's no RKOs being given to this week. He says the issue isn't with Bobby Roode. He likes Bobby Roode, but the issue is he has the U.S. title. And that's the only title he's never held in the WWE. So he wants it. And maybe he will get it at Fastlane. We will see.
No gender.
No gender this week
appearance,
either.
which was weird.
So
Oh,
we'll see.
no.
We have a week to see him before Fastlane.
That's true.
See if he'll be in that match too. But we get Shinsuke Nakamura versus Aiden English.
Yay.
Only real notable thing was Rusev did get involved with this match. But Shinsuke overcame the odds and won the match via Kinshasa against Aiden English. His first appearance in 2 weeks. I do like that he is being kept off of SmackDown before WrestleMania. I don't think he's going to have a match at Fastlane. There's no reason to. He has a spot. He's a special attraction. He's a little older. He's up there in age, so keep him rested. Keep him healthy. Make sure he makes the WrestleMania. And hopefully AJ Styles wins at Fastlane.
Is AJ older than
AJ is 40. I think Shinsuke is close, if not older. I don't
He
remember.
looks older.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're similar ages. But that brings us to our main event. John
Yeah.
Cena versus AJ Styles. First time ever on SmackDown Live. And third time ever that these two are wrestling each other. Or fourth. because the first time was AJ and the Club versus Cena.
The club.
Cena and Enzo and Cass. It was way back in the day. What pay-per-view was that? I don't even remember.
Pay-per-view 500.
Yeah, they definitely had more than 500.
Exactly.
But Cena comes out. They've been doing this a lot on SmackDown where the next wrestler comes out while the other person is still leaving. And they did this with Cena and Shinsuke, and they kind of face off, and they both point to the sign, the WrestleMania sign, which Chris loves.
He loves that logo.
I guess Cena
stupid.
is implying that he will be the one facing Shinsuke at
Duh.
WrestleMania.
Is that a victory point instead of win face? We're going there.
Well, it could be. It could be. Let's get into that. But another really good match. This was one of our Match of the Month nominees. Cena and AJ are always great together.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Cena, I got a little scared. Cena hit a tornado DDT at one point, and AJ landed on Cena and not on the mat. Like his head landed on Cena's hip, but he was okay. I think Cena even asked if he was okay.
There's always at least one close call in a AJ John Cena match
Yeah.
where me and you are messaging each other like that was almost really, really bad.
Yeah, but what happened next? There's a 5-knuckle shuffle as usual. AJ hit his rack bomb on Cena, 2 count on that. They went to commercial a few times in this match, and a lot happened during the first one. AJ hit his Styles Clash during a commercial, and
Which is
Cena
dumb.
also hit an AA during the commercial.
Which is dumb.
Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that.
F you.
Yeah, that one. But Cena did his little flipping thing, his destroyer power bomb thing, where he flips over AJ. I don't know what he calls it, but it's cool. He transitions to the STF,
You.
and AJ reverses. Yes, AJ reverses that. Gets a 2 count.
1-2.
Yes, 1-2. AJ then hits the phenomenal forearm, gets another 2 count.
2 count.
They're all getting their finishers in, they gotta. But AJ then goes for a springboard 450. Cena gets the knees up. Not today, he says. Not today. But Cena hits his AA after that. Goes for the roll through again. We saw that come back to bite him against Seth Rollins. It's reversed. So he reverses that. AJ rolls to the outside. Goes to rest on the steps. Cena lines him up. Goes to hit him through the steps. He misses. AJ gets out of the way. Right through steps for Cena.
Yep.
So,
It's like clunk, clunk.
so the ref goes to count him out. AJ says, no. No. I don't end it. I don't win matches like that. I want to do 1, 2, 3. But he turns around. Cena hits the AA on the announce table. Boom. Cena's not playing fair today. He takes advantage of that. AJ gets to count of 9, gets in, but funny moment. He's like reaching out like this, trying to get up, and like a fan grabs his hand and helps him up. I thought that was pretty funny. Probably made the person's life.
Probably.
I helped AJ Styles get up.
They're not going to wash that hand ever again. They're going to put like a glove on the hand.
But Cena goes for another AA when AJ arrives back in the ring. AJ reverses that to the calf crusher, though. But Cena rolls out of that. Another AA. 1, 2, 3. Cena wins. So Cena will enter the Fastlane main event. So it's not a fatal 5-way anymore. It's a 6-pack challenge. 6 men, 1 ring, 1 title, 1 winner.
ring to rule them all.
They're going with a lot of people in one ring lately.
Yes. What'd you guys think of that match? The main event of SmackDown.
It was dope.
It was really good.
Yeah. AJ Styles got what was coming to him. So did Cena. Both got what they deserved.
I mean, they got nominated for February match
It's the
of the
most
month of the
prestigious
last
honor
day.
there is.
There's
I
a
mean-
big award.
You know, it was righteous.
It was a very good match, though.
It's like
Very
when an
exciting.
unstoppable force meets an unmovable object.
No, that's not that one.
Okay.
But that was SmackDown and Raw for the week.
Yep.
Which show won for you guys?
John Cena.
He was on both shows.
Yeah, so
Which show won?
either.
No,
It
you
has
gotta
John
pick one.
Cena.
You gotta pick one.
I guess SmackDown.
Why are you picking SmackDown this week?
AJ Styles and Cena.
Mm-hmm. Alex?
It was really tough because I really liked the Roman Reigns promo and the Miz promo this week. But shockingly, think the streak's gonna end. I'm gonna go SmackDown this week.
Yeah, I think I'm going SmackDown too. So that leaves it 4-1 Raw, all time. So SmackDown making a comeback. John Cena will do that. John Cena versus AJ Styles will do that. Good main events, good wrestling. Always good for me. I'm down with that always.
Yeah.
But we do want to talk about WrestleMania real quick. So we want every week now before WrestleMania, we're gonna talk about the WrestleMania card as it stands. We are a little bit over a month away. It's gonna change here and there. We'll see how it develops. So we're gonna run it down, see what we think so far.
There's some news today too, which is why we kind of wanted to start it a little bit, or start it today because it's been now talked about. So yeah, why not?
So obviously our main event is going to be Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. That is confirmed unless Brock doesn't show up. But we're going to hope he does.
Or Reigns gets in trouble for his steroids.
Yes.
How's Reigns use steroids? He's not even that ripped.
It might not be steroids. It
Yeah.
might be something. Because he did get in trouble for Adderall use. So it could be that
Maybe he
is
just has
what...
severe ADHD.
It could be that is what he is getting in trouble for now again. In which WWE could be like, oh, we already punished him for that. So we can't. So we're not going to punish him again. It's interesting
But
situation.
yeah, his name came up in a steroid ring, so people think it's steroids, but
Yeah.
it could be Adderall. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with him, but
Yes.
he can get punished potentially. We don't know yet.
The WWE title match is Shinsuke Nakamura, likely versus AJ Styles, but it will be the winner of the Fastlane main event. So it could be any of those 6 people. Most likely AJ Styles. We're just going to say it's AJ Styles.
I hope it's AJ Styles. We've been asking for it for years, or New Japan fans have been asking for it for years. I've been asking for it for the last year.
Raw Women's title, it looks like it's going to be Alexa Bliss versus Asuka, and possibly Nia Jax being involved in that match. If not that, it'll be Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. We don't know. A lot up in there because I have for the SmackDown Women's title, Charlotte versus question mark, because we have no idea.
Yeah,
What's happening there
They
yet?
really haven't gave Charlotte any storyline other than the Riot Squad. I'm guessing we will get her storyline following Fastlane.
Hopefully.
Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of confusion or a lot of rush storylines. It's not going to be a very good
It's going to be a
storyline for
land
her.
of confusion.
Yeah. That's the confusing matchup of the year. Or WrestleMania.
The Intercontinental title match looks like it's going to be Miz versus Seth versus Finn. Some combination of those 3.
Feth.
Yeah.
Maybe 2,
Let's go theft.
maybe 3 of them.
I would
Right
like
now-
3.
Right now, that looks like it's when it's going to be. The U.S. title also up in the air. It's going to be the winner of probably Rude versus Randy Orton at Fastlane versus question
Let's
mark.
go Andy Orton.
SmackDown clearly has a lot of work ahead of them because they have
They have
pretty much everything involving them. I have a question mark right now.
Yeah.
Because Raw seems to have like a clear path for most of their stuff. For the Raw tag team titles, I have currently a question mark, but if I had to guess, it's going to be the Bar, who are the champions, versus the Club versus the Revival. Something like that. I'm assuming the Revival will be in that match.
I really hope so. I would like to see the
'Cause they
Revival
are
on the stage,
Yeah, they're
WrestleMania
the last
stage.
people that the Bar haven't beaten. So
Yeah.
they even said that on Raw this week. So.
And I'd like to see the Revival go over at Mania, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see that.
SmackDown tag titles. We have the Usos versus the New Day at Fastlane, but I assume the Bludgeon Brothers are going to get involved in that some capacity.
Yeah, some way.
So I'm assuming that's going to turn into a triple threat at WrestleMania.
Is it going to be a no DQ so they can use the hammers?
I think if it's triple threat, it is no DQ. So I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it could just be the Usos versus Bludgeon Brothers, but the New Day needs a match at WrestleMania. They were just the hosts last year. We have Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie.
That's pretty much confirmed.
Pretty much confirmed. Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt. Confirmed, pretty much.
As Chris rolls his eyes.
We have the Andre...
Where's Jeff?
Jeff? We'll see. We'll see.
If Jeff's back in time, he will be there in some capacity, somehow.
We have the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Oh, he's coming back?
We wish.
Yeah, that you didn't see his hype video?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm always a fan of his, his frozen vegetables. His canned vegetables are good too. So if he wants to come back, I'm all for it. He does well during the can sale at ShopRite, so.
Are you thinking about the Jolly Green Giant?
Andre Giant is dead. That would be implied in the memorial part.
He's forever in our hearts, Steven.
Yeah, he's always going to be alive,
So
especially when he eats green beans.
Maybe Rob Gronkowski will win that. We don't know.
Gronk is coming?
He was involved last year, man.
WWE wants to sign him. The reports are saying today that he's going back to the NFL for one more year, but he could still make an appearance at WrestleMania, which would tie in after a season with New England of him signing with the WWE.
Yeah, man.
That'd be dope.
He got his boy Mojo Rawley to win the Battle Royal.
Mojo Rawley is getting him a job in WWE right now. That's a weird thing to kind of think about, just so people know.
We have the Cruiserweight title final. We don't know who will be in that yet, but that is a confirmed match at WrestleMania. And Bayley versus Sasha, I have also. That looks like is going to be a match at WrestleMania. And the big one that's up in the air right now is John Cena versus Undertaker. All signs point to that being the only option for John Cena at this point.
To end his career.
Obviously, a lot of moving parts for that. Is Undertaker ready? Is he willing? Is he healthy? Is that what they want? Obviously.
Yeah. There are some weird
I
reports
know-
today, too, which we didn't know. I don't know if you want to dive in.
What's that?
To
Oh,
that.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
John Cena, Barrasso on Twitter, he's a Sports Illustrated writer, said that there were reports that Rey Mysterio was backstage at Smackdown last night.
Yep.
Potentially just set everything in place for a match with John Cena. A
Yes.
lot of people were not excited about that.
No.
They said that if it would be an okay fallback option, but they wanted something better for John Cena. Dave Meltzer pretty much said that or later after those comments that the reports were kind of inaccurate.
Mm-hmm. So that's not going to happen.
Yeah, which is not going to happen, which a lot of people were happy with, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing people were saying, why don't you have Ray maybe in the Cruiserweight tournament?
That's already set. So.
Which is already set. So, unfortunately, that's not going to happen. I mean, it's a good star guy to have as a fallback, but people were expecting more from John Cena. So we have to see if it's going to be Taker or not.
The two names that I have left off here that are notable are Braun and Elias, who both deserve a spot, obviously, on this card. Probably not in the Battle Royal, which Braun definitely doesn't. Braun could be inserted in any of these matches.
I can see Elias being in the Battle Royal. I think he's above it, but I think it.
Yeah, you could also have them in a match.
Yeah, you can also have them in a match as well. Some more double bass.
Yeah,
guitar double bass match.
Redundant at this point. So I have a feeling Braun is going to somehow be inserted in the main event.
Like I predicted.
In some capacity.
He's got those hands.
That's what makes sense at this point. If the IC title is going to be a triple threat, it doesn't make sense to have Braun in there too. And Elias, probably the Battle Royal. But I don't know. That's what we see as the WrestleMania card so far. I'm sure there's some other matches that'll be in there. If the pre-show has to be filled. It's a 7-hour day of wrestling.
It's a long day.
It's a very long day.
Long day, long stream.
But
it's going to be fun, though.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah.
WrestleMania is always fun. It flies by. You have your moments, memorable moments like the Hardys coming back last year. Goldberg versus Brock was fun. What else was there? There's some other good. Undertaker, obviously.
Roman, even though the match was kind of disappointing.
Seth versus Triple H was a great match.
Yeah.
Even AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon was a great match.
I know you guys always talk about this.
Oh, I should also say Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn.
But
this probably be a good match.
I think it would be a good match.
But do you think the Edge will come back?
He might make an appearance. It is WrestleMania.
Should I be the I'm done guy today?
It is WrestleMania. The legends do come out
Even
for
Cold
WrestleMania. Stone Cold.
What if Edge comes out and lights his name on fire like The Rock?
Oh no, I'm good. I don't think the Edge does cocaine because The Rock was definitely cocaine.
He was on something. Jeez.
Hey, Dwayne, we need you for WrestleMania. Our whole roster's injured. You have any ideas? Okay. I have a flamethrower, Vince. I have a flamethrower. How much time do I have? I don't know, 15 minutes? All right, I'm going to take 40. I want my name on the stage, okay? I'm going to flamethrower the whole thing. It's going to light up and say my name. And also, I want the Wyatt family to come out, and I'm going to bury Eric Rowan in 5 seconds because I want to have a match. And it's going to last 5 seconds.
That's pretty much what he did.
That's what he did.
And he also did his old school where he was running
Oh,
down
was that-
everyone in the back with his awkward 90s outdated kind of rock jokes. But it's okay.
Yeah. That was
We
2
love The
years
Rock.
ago. He was definitely cooked up.
He was on something. Jesus.
He's got that movie star money.
Yeah, he can do what he wants now.
Like Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah, like Ryan Seacrest. I'm sure The Rock has a lot more money than Ryan Seacrest, though.
You never know. He could have made bank on that American Idol money, man.
Dude, he has like
I mean-
the top podcast.
Does he?
Yeah, and
Are you
he's
sure Jamie Jossa doesn't?
no, he has the top metal podcast.
No, the Metal Teddy Bear Experience is a top metal podcast.
Yeah.
If it was a podcast,
It could be.
it could very well be.
But it's not. But this is a podcast, and this podcast has come to an end for this week.
Yeah.
All right, bye guys.
Whoa, hold
Whoa.
on. Like, if you're watching, obviously social media is up here.
Yeah, it's above us.
Like I said, everywhere at 3MP Wrestling. Like, subscribe, follow, retweet, share, all that good stuff. I'm Steven.
I'm Alex.
Chris.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.